The entire team at the Emsolation podcast acknowledges the traditional custodians and cultures of the lands and seas on which we live and work. We pay our respects to all First Nations peoples, elders and ancestors. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded and stand in solidarity towards a shared future. I personally want to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I record this podcast every week, the Wurundjeri people. I recognise their continued connection to the land and waters of this beautiful place I call home. Always was, always will be.
This is Free Time Tuesday on Emsolation with Em Rusciano.
Well, hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Rusciano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain, and this is Free Time Tuesdays. Oh, you're in for a treat today. One of my besties dropped in, and quite frankly, the only way we were able to see each other, because he's insanely busy and I've got stuff on, but nowhere near as much as he does, was if it was under the guise of work and other people arranged it. I speak of Australian comedic? Nazeem Hussain.
I did get a call from my manager in the middle of the lockdown. She called me up. She said, Nazeem, I've got a gig. Would you like to do an ad for the state government to promote health messaging? Me and Waleed Ali to do the ad together. A guy who I routinely get confused for on the street. People come up to me all the time and they're like, hey, Waleed, how do you write your newspaper articles? I'm like, I just copy and paste from Wikipedia. Tell everybody you know. They got me and him to do an ad together. In the middle of a pandemic, the government was like, hey, everybody, solve this Muslim magic eye. Here's an optical illusion. If you ask me, not a very effective ad. I don't know if anybody actually took home the messaging. I reckon all people saw was a couple of friendly Muslim men come on TV, tell you to cover up and stay at home. Sounds like an ISIS hostage video. The pubs are shut, cover your face, women at home.
Woo! He came in for a chat down the Hill Studios. First time he'd seen my studio. Nazzy and I met quite a few years ago now, 5 or 6. I instantly liked him. I don't know if this comes across for all of you, but Nazzy has this inner light, like this boundless, limitless, kind energy. He's super smart. He loves his mum. He loves his sister. He's one of my all-time favourite humans, and he came to chat about a couple of projects he's got on the go. He's releasing his first kids book, Hilarious Hyena, and I've read it. It's great. It's funny. It's a graphic novel. I really enjoyed it. It's for 7+. We talk about that, so make sure you go and buy that book. Also, you can catch him on Summer Love on iView. He wrote and starred in the episode. We went everywhere, as is our brain's desire and want. I'm very fond of him. I cannot say enough kind words about him. I just hope that I think you're all going to see and understand a different side of Nazzy after you finish this chat. And you're going to come in on us, I don't know, I just press record and it never really officially starts. It's like it just always was. Please enjoy my chat with the hilarious Nazeem Hussain. Do you ever call the Sri Lankan sensation?
Oh, no. I shouldn't be called the Sri Lankan.
I just thought about that when I was driving today. I was thinking about that, like, if you were a wrestler.
If I was a wrestler, I'd be the Sri Lankan. The Sri Lankan sensation.
Or just because you're in Australia. The Sri Lankan! That's it.
Over there, they probably don't call themselves.
No, it'd just be...
We've got a runner now, a Sri Lankan runner who's come third. He got a bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games. He's now the fastest man in South Asia.
Really?
Yeah.
We as in Sri Lankans.
Sri Lankans,
Good
yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
We've
You need
never,
a win.
Yeah. We haven't won, but he's the pride of Sri Lanka right now.
Good.
Yeah.
You're the pride of Sri Lanka.
No. Well, he is now. I sent him a message on Instagram.
So are you friends with him because you're successful Sri Lankans?
I was just like, gotta reach out to another.
Did you reach out?
What did I say to him?
What do you say?
I said,
hey, we're both from the same place.
I said, bro, you smashed it.
I can see there's no response.
No, not even seen. Come on, Yupun, Abe Kun.
Bro, you smashed it.
Maybe I should follow him, actually.
You don't even follow him. Oh, my God.
I had to check again. Wait, what event was it? Oh, 100 metres.
Oh, my gosh.
Got under 10 seconds.
Wow.
We've never run that fast before.
Dude, that's fast.
Pretty damn fast,
Wow,
man.
okay. I respect him.
Italians run fast?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, the guy who won the Olympic 100 metres last year. Did you see him? The big bald,
Bullshit.
the big
Italian?
Bald, yeah, an Italian man won the 100 metres.
My God.
How dare you suggest there'd be drugs involved? I won't have you besmirch my homeland. What? There's no way a white guy could have run that fast,
Okay.
and his fastest time before that was half a second slower. What? He improved over a whole season a second? No.
But that's, when I think of Italians, and this is a compliment, I think of pasta,
Yeah.
pizza, carbs,
Yeah.
carbohydrates. You don't think of someone running fast.
Really?
You think of something running a long time. You could, a lot of stored energy.
I don't know, because I'm Italian and I'm fast, so I've always associated it with like stocky, muscular people.
Skillful, like soccer.
And we eat a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I mean,
it
carb-
equates.
Oh, yeah,
you
you're
know what I
right.
mean? Stored energy. But yeah, you got to look up the guy who won the 100 metres, the Italian
yeah.
guy. You look him up right now. I
No,
don't
we're
care.
recording this thing.
We put music in. Please welcome my guest, Nazeem Hussain.
Hello. Thank you.
I have buttons.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
They're
like-
all colourful.
Hi, gay.
Hi, gay.
What?
Here's a screaming goat. This is Michael Lucas is making this noise. Listen.
Oh, that's so good. Can
Michael
I press
Lucas?
one and see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens?
Where do you want to press? Go.
I press.
Okay.
Oh! Do you use that after or before a revelation?
Both.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes Zeke breaks it up so it goes dun dun revelation dun.
Oh! So you could do this. Oh,
Nah, starts again.
no.
We do it in post.
Okay.
Can you imagine someone like me with my attention span having buttons? Such a bad idea.
You know
Listen
what?
to Elio. Listen to Elio.
What the fuck is hell?
My son.
On the card, I thought it said Elmo.
No. Well,
That's so cute.
I know, isn't
Listen,
it?
did he just say,
What the fucking hell?"
hell?
So whenever something happens on the pod, we hit off
Fuck is hell?
How old is he?
3.5.
We've still got to get our kids to,
Oh.
our sons to hang out.
Mate, I want to point out before we start this podcast,
Oh, no.
before we start,
Oh.
it took our teams
Em,
arranging us to catch up
no,
under the guise of work.
no. We arranged it, then we got them to finalise it.
We're the worst.
We're pretty bad, but it's, I would say at this point, me, because you're really busy, but I don't know I'm less busy than
No,
you.
you're busier than me.
No, it's not that. I just
Dude, you are busier than me.
You're on ADHD medication now.
Yeah.
So you're better that you got your shit together.
Yeah.
Whereas as you've referred to me, I am the most Oh no, you've called me ADHD poster boy.
I don't want to pathologise one of my best friends, but
Pathologise away.
I've never met someone who like who ticks more boxes than perhaps myself. But I'm not saying a word. I'm just saying
You've said all the words about it.
I
to me.
wouldn't be
No, but you know what? You're the one person that's actually made me go shit. And we had a hangout at a cafe. What was it? Somewhere.
on the Boondocks, Croydon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made me meet you somewhere halfway somewhere.
Oh my god, that was like a coin drop moment or a light bulb
Yeah.
moment. I was
Yeah.
like, I have
ADHD.
ADHD. But also more than that, the way you described your life since knowing you have it sounded utopic. I was like, whoa.
You'll get there.
I'll get there.
How old are you right now in this moment?
On Wikipedia or?
Yeah,
It's the
same.
At the moment, it's the same. 37.
All right. How old's your mum?
67.
Your mum.
Mm.
I mean, I've never actually. You've kept us apart for
No,
unknown
yeah,
reasons.
no.
She's one of my favourite.
She
humans
still
on
wants
the
you to
planet.
have come round for Eid.
I'm waiting for Eid.
Yeah.
We tried Eid so many times.
Yeah.
I just want to say.
There's a couple of COVID
yeah,
Eids.
yeah. I just want to say this is my friend Nazeem Hussain, comedian, incredible human, at the moment everywhere, like an absolute slut about town.
I'm basically spreading myself then, saying the same stories everywhere.
No, you can't, because I know yours. I didn't believe that you were truly my friend until probably about a year ago. I was under the impression this may have been one of your elaborate pranks on a white...
Wait, are you being... Is this
on
actually joking?
Yes, on
Are
a
you joking?
white, guilt-ridden, middle-aged woman. Because I kept saying to people, why is he want to be my friend?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm just going to reach across the table. You're wrong. Absolutely. What the hell?
I just didn't understand. We make no sense.
No, we make absolute sense.
Well, after I got to know you and
When we hang out,
yeah,
look at this.
it's a shorthand.
Capture this energy in a bottle and sell it at Ishka. But, like... I don't know what it is.
Ishka's gone down.
It's out.
I used to love Ishka.
They used to buy. That was a great business model. Buy shit for like 4 cents on the streets of Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and India. Sell it for $4,000 a scarf. What a bloody rip-off.
I got my crystals and my incense from there. Okay, I didn't buy furniture.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Love
Just a
Ishka.
bloody mark. And everybody there is more well-travelled in that part of the world than me.
Yeah, it's true. We wouldn't be sold at Ishka. We'd be sold at Costco.
Oh, yeah.
In bulk.
Yes.
It's a lot of energy to buy. It'd last you a long time.
Do you have one of those? You need a membership card to
Yeah.
walk in there.
Yeah.
My sister does as
I
well.
love Costco.
What do you buy from there?
Oh, nothing and everything. It just depends. Like you
We
can't
should
just
check out
pop
this
in.
pla-
You can't just pop in for like one tomato. You have to buy 35.
Yeah.
In a box.
Which works for you in your Italian ways.
It does.
Anyway, back to our friendship.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So you thought we didn't have a real friendship?
no, because
Was
my
there a turning
first,
point?
my first introduction to you is you were a bit of a prankster.
Yeah.
Like back
Yeah.
in the day, you were
No.
a bit of a
Bit
like
of pranks. I want to get back into it.
you were like you took no prisoners, man. When you burst onto the Melbourne comedy scene,
Man.
I recall comics being terrified of you approaching
Are
them
you
at
joking?
things.
Are you actually
no,
joking?
no.
Are you joking?
Nah.
I've never heard that in my life.
I
I
just
think man punters thinking, because every time I speak to someone on the street, they're often like, "Are you doing a prank on me?"
we all thought we were just all terrified of you uncovering racism.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and there was a lot.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And I'm starting to uncover it in myself.
Internalized racism.
Oh, yeah.
That's so interesting.
Hey, we've got to park that. We'll come
Take
back to that.
Wait,
Come back. Yeah.
what are we? We're pinning that. So
Put it in the other
I,
tab.
I now know that we're good friends, also because you are surrounded by incredible strong women.
Yeah. Yes.
You love strong women.
Yeah. Well. Yep. I've got who are we talking about here? My mum. My manager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beck Sutherland. My agent who works alongside Beck.
Your
Ella.
sister.
My sister. My wife.
Your wife. Yeah.
Now a daughter.
yes.
Who yells at me all the time.
Oh, how's she
yells.
going?
5 months and beautiful. She's so
Oh,
short, damn cheeks and everything.
you've had a massive year, bro.
Man, I've had a massive
A life.
couple of years far out.
I know we have so much to talk about. Wait, what did we put a pin in before that?
Yeah, we put a pin in internalized racism.
Oh no, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
So let's take it back. You have had a massive few years, and I think why did we start really hanging out? I first met you when you came to be on that breakfast show that I was on.
Oh, yeah.
With Harley.
Yes.
Um,
Put a pin in that and not come back to that bit.
Emma. It's fine. Listeners of this podcast are across my not so
But,
subtle.
okay, I feel like
You were such a welcome breath. I've never said this to you. I used to just look forward to your weekly visits so much because you were a very welcome, friendly, lovely circuit breaker for us.
But you know what? Like, if you're in a work, we're still keeping a pin in that whole experience of yours. But when you're also in a workplace every day and someone else just comes in for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like for me, coming in to do a segment on radio, it's like, oh my God, I'm on the radio. You know, breakfast radio too. Like, that's really exciting. I never not get excited doing these little guest spots.
Yeah.
Because they're exciting. But so you would have seen me in these little. It's like
Yeah.
when people see me on stage, they're like, oh my God, are you always funny? Yeah, I am.
You are.
But no.
I can confirm that. I very rarely.
No, but-
I've only seen you off once, and that was
Oh, no.
fair enough. No,
Oh, yeah, I remember,
Your
yeah,
dad
it was-
had passed
yeah,
away.
it was
and
off time.
Fucking hectic.
Yeah, that was hectic.
And that, like, I just didn't know how to
Yeah, that's
show
right. I
up for
actually
you, but
did.
I tried.
No, you did.
Yeah.
One of the only people that did. No, not one of the. I had many people that did. But also, it is part of your person. It's a credit to who you are. You actually do. You reach out when often people are nervous and they don't know how to, or they just think it's just better to just step back and leave someone.
I know I lean all the way in and get up in your grill.
Yeah, and look, I'm sure that does rub people the wrong way.
Absolutely.
Like you know the response that you get from people. People that love you. People that know you, and everybody else is often just like probably intimidated.
But why do you think that is? Because you're an honest person like I am. Like, you know me pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I rub someone up the wrong way?
Because
Just say it, mate.
yeah, no, because you don't know. Kind of like me, you don't play in the subtlety as much. I feel.
I don't have any.
You don't think
That's
you have,
ADHD.
like, just look around this place. Everything is insulation and tigers and stuff, like, which I love.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
I don't have the patience for the subtlety.
and or the skill.
Correct.
No, neither do I. Honestly, I don't mean there's an insult.
No, you're better than me. You're a better politician
No,
than me.
I think it's difficult to like. To passive aggressive, I don't think you know how to do that.
No, aggressive,
Do you?
aggressive.
Yeah, which I appreciate because I always feel like I know where I stand with you and other people. Which is why I've always preferred like an outright racist to someone that just is just like, hey, great to see you around here. Like, you know, that kind of vibe. I don't know
my
how to
God. Wait.
respond.
That's an excellent segue to your internalized. It's a segue, huh?
Oh yeah.
Internalized racism. What do you mean?
No. Look, I don't know. Well, beauty standards, you know, like.
Oh, you got
white-
jacked, mate. We've got to put a pin in that. Put a pin in Nazeem got fucking
Oh, I didn't,
jacked.
did I?
I
I'm
watched
trying to like cut back on the
this-
late night snacking.
The summer love. You had Tommy Little lats, mate.
Come
like
on, mate. I kept my shirt on.
you look like brown Tommy Little. I saw a picture of you in a pink
We're
t-shirt.
just talking about internalized racism. See? No. But
Yeah, go internalized racism.
no, it's like just general. You know, growing up in Australia,
Mm.
or if everything you see is white beauty,
100%.
white excellence, white everything. As much as you're like, no, that's not fair, blah, 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 you still find yourself, like not really, when you're thinking about what is hot, what is excellent, you compare yourself to not brown people.
No.
So, yeah,
But
that's...
also, there's not a lot of brown people to compare yourself to
No, and we're very much
in
still
the
outside
in the
of
public
culture.
eye.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
well, of course you're growing up comparing yourself to every single white person on the television.
Yeah.
But it's the same. Like the neutral position for us is 40-year-old straight white guy for everyone.
And
That's
it's
it.
very ordinary too.
Oh, mediocre.
Yeah, I
we
saw-
celebrate that in this country. Mediocrity. Big Brother is
Yes.
the finest example of that.
So- and I can give you examples about this internalized racism. In like, for instance, Muslim communities or even like just brown communities, if, you see like the hottest guy or girl getting super, like the community gets so excited if there's a white convert because they're like, oh my God, a white person wants to be one of us. And they could be the most ordinary person.
Yeah.
Objectively, just looking, intelligence, career-wise, and people just go nuts over them because they're like, please validate me. You are part of the norm and we are weird outsiders. Please give us a tick. And it's just, it's just kind of, it's such an annoying coconut behavior, but it is part of, even Gandhi. Gandhi basically used to talk about, trying to emancipate his people and saying, don't treat us like we're Kafirs, was I think the word that he used.
Jesus.
Yeah, we are Indians. We're not blacks. Because that kind of like...
What, it was a hierarchy?
Yeah, well, just kind of the way like everybody wanted to be the white man.
Got it.
And would look down on people dark. Colorism's a thing and talking horribly about Africans and black people. So it is a really... and I do blame colonialism for that kind of thing, which is now why it's complicated, the Queen passing, etc.
Oh, yeah.
But
What did you want to, like, without fear, what would you have, you didn't react or respond. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Are you comfortable saying how you feel? You don't have to.
To be honest, like, look, I know, I'm sure a lot of people, personally felt quite sad when the Queen died. And yeah, again, on a human level, she's a person, she's a mum, and she's a person that a lot of people grew up watching and have seen for most of our lives. She's on the coin. We see her as an older woman. And I actually met the Queen. We'll put a pin in that and come back to that. But yeah, I met the Queen. And when you meet her, you're like, oh, she's an older woman. She's just an elderly woman.
Yeah.
So,
but she represents a system of oppression.
But yeah, so when
and the two are intertwined, and you cannot undo it.
Yeah, she's the head of a massive organisation that are rich. How did they become the royal family? They didn't just apply for the job on Seek or study hard and get into a course in Year 12. They didn't even win the lottery. They are rich because they created the third world. They made the country that I come from a third world country. They stole the best resources. They impoverished nations. Millions of people are now warring because of the effects of colonisation and British imperialism. And we're here in Australia acknowledging country every time we start things. The reason being because like the British came and have created this structural racism. And so when the head of like an organisation like that passes away, not that it's a moment of celebration, but it's certainly not a moment to feel sad about the head of a horrible institution, like passing. Like for me, they're kind of like, they're just a well-marketed mob.
Yeah.
Like they've just, they're rich because they don't work. They're on the dole. They're
unelected too.
They're unelected.
Like, yeah.
They're the largest landowners. If you look around the world, most of the world is the second and the third world. They only exist because of what the British did. Those parts of the world weren't inherently poor. You go to Africa and India, they're not just poor because they just don't know what to do with their own natural resources and they just decided on a whim to send it all to England.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's complicated, but I just thought best to pause my thoughts while people are genuinely grieving.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to...
I did not.
No, but, that's...
I regret posting anything. I think I've left it up. But for me, we have acknowledgement of country at the start of this podcast. I do acknowledgement of country before I do any live performance, before I give a speech, before I do anything. And then I also was talking about my sadness of the Queen passing away, because for me, she's linked to my grandmother. My grandma was a staunch monarchist. She left me her Charles and Di commemorative plate in her will.
Aww.
Like, it's what I was brought up on, the brooch, the lipstick, Nana made a pilgrimage to Buckingham Palace. And
Did you really?
yeah.
That's cute.
So I guess as the only Italian kid at my primary school, ER was on all the
Oh, yeah.
doormats and, God Save the Queen, the whole thing. I just went along with it all because it's what all the other Anglo-Saxon kids did. And I think I became so indoctrinated in the love of the royal family that it somehow fused itself with my base DNA.
Yes.
And then I obviously let it go when I knew better. And then her death brought all that kid stuff up for me. And then I think I spoke without thinking about, what does it mean now? But this country...
I saw your post. I think you actually spoke to both.
I try, but I don't know if you can in this case.
Yeah.
But then the hard part is, as Australians, a lot of us are feeling that way, which is non-Indigenous privilege. But this country, the handover is steeped in that relationship, in that awful, bloody relationship. And that's what the tree grew from. And you can't escape that. So if you're non-Indigenous, part of your identity is the royal family, whether you like it or not. And you have to reconcile that. And trying to do that publicly with a few 100,000 people, it wasn't my smartest
But you know
move.
what? I really appreciate how you do reconcile your stuff along the way with in front of an audience.
My whole
That's so
process.
difficult. Like you're one of those comedians and performers that can actually talk to the camera, first of all, like to your followers, which I can't do. I just put stuff out that's produced.
Why don't you do that?
I know it's
because
one of those. Genuinely,
you should.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think maybe when I'm really comfortable, I'd love to at some point feel that comfortable. But you're more comfortable in doing that, which is, it's easy for people to criticize anything, but you're not. If I will take any criticism from someone that is also putting themselves out there. So yeah, you're putting your thoughts out there. They're unfinished or incomplete or whatever, but that's the point, isn't it? But
I don't know. I've just genuinely got to a point in my life, and maybe it's an age thing, that the more I know, the less I know. And it's just, when I was 20 and even early 30s, I thought I had it all fucking figured out and I knew everything and I was just going to go and kick indoors and be fucking, scary Uber
you've had
alpha
a real
woman.
passive life, Em.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, the last few years, I've really been like, no, you fucking don't know anything and keep learning and stay curious. And if I got to stay curious because I don't get anxious if I'm curious. So I ask a lot of questions and I need to understand stuff and I'm not in love with my opinion and I'm happy for it to be changed. I'll flip-flop. I will openly flip-flop if I realise I'm wrong. But the Queen thing really tripped me up.
Well, so like you mentioned your mum and your grandma. Like similarly with my mum's generation, even my grandma's generation, they all like everybody looks to the royal family like they're like the fairy tale. And
How did your mum react?
my mum I don't know. I haven't actually spoke to her about the Queen passing, but like when I got invited to meet the Queen because
Can you tell that story, please?
in 2011. Oh. 2011.
Yeah.
I was working at PwC as a tax consultant. I know. I studied law and science and worked
that's
in
right,
tax.
of course.
Anyway,
One of those comedians.
one of those weird
Oh,
things.
you've got a law degree and you
But
tell
literally finished the exam.
Yeah.
A flyer on the cafeteria table said, you don't need a commerce degree to work for us. And then I applied. First job I applied for, first job I got, and I just never applied anywhere else and just did comedy. And anyway, it was a weird...
It was perfect.
Whatever, I did that.
Ronnie Chang has a similar story.
Yeah, but I don't think he actually...
He never
I wonder
practiced.
if he
He
worked-
lied
yeah.
to his parents for a long time about the comedy.
I did. Yeah. Oh,
You
did
did
he?
too. Oh, yeah, Ronnie's parents didn't know what was going on here.
That's
They're in
awesome.
Singapore thinking he's like, he was doing the law, but he was also doing the rooms with me and Luke.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, because maybe it was the same time. Because basically, I remember when I started doing Legally Brown, that SBS show, I had to take time. I basically quit PwC at that point. And my mum thought I was going to work every day, but I would get changed in my suit, go do...
What is your
get
life?
changed into casual clothes, do the comedy stuff, writing, and then get changed back in my suit and come back home. Some days when there was no comedy workshops to do, I would just sleep in my car. I would
stop
just
it.
go
In a
for walk.
suit?
Yeah, I would just like walk around the shop. Anyway, one day, my mum was like, I'm going to go drop off lunch. And so she went to the Freshwater Place, South Bank in Melbourne. I'm just here to give my son Nazeem some food. Oh, okay. Yeah, really grand reception at the bottom. And they're like, what was his name? Nazeem Hussain. Okay, looking in the... Oh, no, he doesn't work here. No, he works here. He's at PwC. No, actually, he hasn't worked here for 4 months. My mum then called me up. Nazeem, what the bloody hell? So, no, I'm on secondment to some subsidiary company. I just had to make up some shit. Anyway, she found out not long afterwards, and probably now if she listens. She knows how to work a
Wait,
podcast.
have you never
I've sort of told.
Have you never discussed your double life with her?
I think she's found out via interviews that she's like, hey, good joke. Wait, was that true? But anyway,
I love that story. So you met the Queen.
so anyway, so I got it. So I was there. Got invited. I received some award called the Ambassador Award for bringing communities together because I was a community worker, did lots of stuff, which sounds, it sounds impressive, but I have no idea how I got it. Someone nominated me, and I received this award. So it was a separate award. But then basically, when the Queen came, as a result of that award, I got invited to meet her. So I got this invitation. At the same time, a lot of my activist friends were protesting out the front of Government House where the Queen was going to be. So I was getting texts, hey, Nazeem, you going to be at the protest? And then I had this invite. I was like, oh, my God. So I went home anyway, told my mum, I just got invited to meet the Queen. And she started crying. Oh, my God, your grandma would have been so proud. Basically, you're finally bringing pride to the family. See, do this, not the joking. Anyway, so I was like, I've got to go, obviously. I can't not meet the Queen. I'm not that much of an activist. I am, but, also I'm like, I don't keep my mum happy.
It's complex, as we said.
And it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So I got changed in my suit. Had the invite, dodged my friends. Literally protesting at the gate. They were probably like, oh, look, Nazeem, he's doing a prank in a suit. Yeah,
I'm doing a prank.
I'm doing a prank, don't worry, there's cameras everywhere. Anyway, we went in, I had to go through a metal detector. They just had a metal detector, I could have had a wooden sword. But anyway,
I just don't know that would do much damage. Oh, no, you could bludgeon
I could have had old school coat, like SARS or something.
True.
Anyway, they don't...
A wooden sword.
It's really bad to talk about attempting to... Anyway.
No.
Went in... I had to stand in groups of 5 around the periphery of the hall, we got given these cards, how to talk to her, Your Majesty to her.
And then after that, ma'am.
And, yeah.
I know the protocol. I grew up with a monarchist.
But what do you call her husband?
I don't know.
Your Royal Highness.
Oh.
Anyway.
Is there a sub-name after that? Is there a...
Maybe...
Sir?
Maybe sir.
I guess. Because you only have to say the official title once.
Once.
Yeah. Keep going.
So anyway, I was studying.
Yeah.
I was there in a group of 5. Me, firefighter guy, a year 12 top achiever, this Asian kid, and a couple other people.
Good.
Anyway, they came out. Both of them came out. They came to our group first because we were right in front of them. There was heaps of groups. And she came and she spoke to me first out of all of them because I was in the middle. And I was probably just looking most confident. But anyway, I lost my... She said, congratulations. I said, thank you very much, Your Honour. And I honestly...
Your Honour!
I completely stuffed it up. And the firefighter was looking at me like, you idiot. And then she congratulated him. He said, thank you very much, Your Majesty. And he was sucking up to the Queen.
Wow.
I bet you started those fires. Anyway, no, he...
High percentage.
High percentage.
Yeah.
So then, basically that's how that went. Then the Prince started talking. And if you Google him, you'll come up with lists of top 50, top 100 most racist, most hilarious racist things he said over the... Never got cancelled, this guy. Only death cancelled him. Here's a walking headline. He went to Papua New Guinea once, said to a person there, excuse me, do you still eat each other for breakfast?
Oh, my gosh.
He asked some Nigerian guy in national clothes if he was wearing his pajamas. He asked, English students that had returned from China on some exchange program why they haven't come back slitty-eyed. He asked Aboriginal people if they throw spears at each other. This guy's
a liability.
Nuts.
Was a liability.
Walking headline. Anyway, so I was like...
And touch of nuts.
Touch of nuts.
Touch of nuts.
Nazi,
No,
yeah.
Nazi. Touch of
yeah.
Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
I think his
Is he?
father, perhaps, if you Googled that. Yes.
Right.
I'll check that. I will check
check
that.
that.
But yeah,
It's worth
so
checking.
did you have to talk to him?
So he then congratulated me. I said, thank you very much, Your Royal Highness. And then he said, and where are you from? And I was thinking, is he asking where I'm from? And I was like, what do you... sorry, where am I from? And he said, which organisation? I was like,
phew.
Damn it.
Okay.
I was like...
Where are those cameras? Where are those cameras?
I know. Well, and then I said, I volunteer with the Islamic Council of Victoria. Then he turns to the Asian student and he was like, where are you from? And which organisation are you from? The Buddhist Council. And he was trying to riff a new joke.
No.
It didn't really land. But anyway... The Queen was just waiting for him to finish. She'd seen him do it 100
I
times.
imagine she would spend a lot of her time doing that.
Yeah. They walked off, and it didn't... I tried to spread that news. He said, he came up to me, called me a terrorist, and he was like, go back to China to hurt... No, nothing. Didn't take off.
Wasn't taking.
No.
No one was buying what you were putting down.
No. But it was like, when I saw her, despite having all these strong opinions of the monarchy and blah, blah, blah...
Yeah, what were you... You were...
Just an old lady.
Yeah.
An old... And, naturally, immediately I'm like, oh, you respect an old lady. All these tough thoughts that I was conflicted at the time. My friends were either, maybe I'll say, yeah, Your Majesty, thank you for what you did to my people. I don't know. I had no speech
Were you
plan.
going to start rapping? Wow.
Your Majesty. You're
Someone
a
called
travesty.
Briggs, he should be
Anyway,
really nervous.
what's worse than a white rapper? A brown rapper who works at PwC.
Imagine.
Want me to help you with your tax, Your Majesty? All that land. Anyway, I don't know.
A protest rap would have been amazing, by the way.
But all I did was like, it's just, hey, like,
Yeah.
she's just an old lady in
Yeah.
a dress and, you know.
Yeah.
Just, so
I know. It's
that's your
complex.
post.
There.
It's like she's an old lady who's passed away.
But
But she's also...
represents.
Yeah. It's
But-
like when you meet CEOs of big-ass companies that are like evil, this... When you see them, especially when you see them with their partner or their kids, oh, my God, how can you say mean stuff to them?
Some people do, though.
Yeah. That's the end of that story.
You are here for a reason. We need to do shameless plugs.
Yeah.
And we got lots more to talk about, don't worry. But you are literally everywhere. You
no.
have just exploded, dude.
Because I'm plugging something.
No, but you've also been making a lot of things.
Right.
I mean, in the last couple of years, especially, you've got married. Secret marriage, by the way. I found out when I got sent the picture.
Oh,
So thanks for that. Am I allowed to talk about this on
Yeah,
air?
it's not a secret. Secret marriage sounds like...
Oh, no.
You know what? You know who does... This is a Muslim. This is a bit of Muslim, I don't know, goth or...
I
bit of Muslim...
love secret Muslim business.
Okay, secret was a business.
You should start a podcast called Secret Muslim
Muslim
Business because I would listen
Okay, let's
to that.
trademark that right now. You got to see... Let's figure that out.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so
Tell
there's
me.
Sunnis and Shias. And Sunnis are like, well, I'm a Sunni, and then there's Shia. Some Shia believe in this concept called like time-bound marriages, where you can, like temporary marriage. So if you want to just, you're not supposed to have sex outside of marriage as a Muslim.
Right.
But Shia often will do this thing called a temporary marriage, where you just basically, so I know a friend who did it, who was in the car with his then wife for a period of time, and they had the sheikh, like the imam or the priest on speaker. He did the vows, hung up, and then they just drove to the motel.
Wow. And then got unmarried after?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So apparently that happens all the time.
What a world.
Then there's like the Sunni version, which
Yeah.
is like controversial and not many people know about it, where you basically, so marriage, there are rights and responsibilities that both parties have. You've got to look after each other, all that sort of stuff. But, you got to provide and this and that. But there's the Sunni version is not time-bound, but it's called misyar, where you just relinquish all these rights. So basically it's just a sexual marriage.
Oh,
That's it.
a sex marriage.
A sex marriage. I'm probably speaking, this is some sort of fatwa I've just made, but I'm not saying you should do it, Muslims.
So there's a temporary sex marriage
Yep.
and there's just a
It's
sex
just a
marriage.
sex marriage. I don't know how I think then you have to divorce.
Right.
You have to say, I divorce you.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, yeah, that's how it was.
So you...
But I didn't have any of those.
No,
we had a
no,
proper. At
proper.
a mosque. But it's just family. And,
No,
I
I
don't
just
know,
love
it's
it was so you.
I just couldn't post it on
My
social.
phone pinged.
Oh, yeah.
No, but
that's right.
yeah, I remember I was so... No, but first of all, like, you got divorced and you
2018.
you dropped, like, you dropped that on me. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
And
And then...
that was pretty secret, actually. I was not secret, but I was like, I'm not the type to just go, hey, everybody.
No.
Me and my partner.
You're not me.
We've been together for a while. We're best friends. All that sort of
Nah.
stuff. We didn't do that.
I did a show called Divorce the Musical after Scott and I separated.
Did you really?
I sure did. I workshopped my trauma on stage in a leotard and with a microphone. Some people go to therapy and keep it a secret, and I feel the need. But that's ADHD, which I've learned over chronic oversharing. And then you and I catch up again, and you've met someone. And then you and I catch up again, and you're like, I really like her.
Yeah,
really
I remember.
Like her.
I remember catching up with you, going, I found someone.
Yeah.
And she's freaking awesome.
You were obsessed. You couldn't believe it. And it was Nadine, your current wife. Your current wife.
Oh, my gosh.
Your
My
last
wife.
one. She's not your Sunni sex wife.
My final wife.
I call Scott my current husband to keep him on his toes. It's a rom-com that writes itself.
Oh, God. It's Netflix's hottest new series. Sunni sex
My
wife.
secret Sunni sex
Secret
wife.
Sunni sex wife.
Zany mad cat love comedy. Woo! And then you met Nads, but she was in a bubble elsewhere.
Yeah, she was like literally, not a literal, but like the COVID bubble. She works for Richmond Football Club and was in the Gold Coast just hanging out with the team there. And so we went on a couple of walks before she had to go away.
Yeah.
And I never have really been into football, but I was freaking following the Tigers. And they have it, every match they'd win, they'd stay another week longer. And so I was like, yeah, go, good work you're doing with the team. They're obviously like doing really well mentally because they're still playing well and winning. But that meant another week. And I was like, oh, far out. Could you just and they won the grand final.
Yeah, they did. They went all the way.
But we were talking the whole time.
You were.
And it's the love blossomed over a long distance.
Truly. It was so nice. But I think maybe for you, especially someone who's like fast and impatient, it was probably a good way to get to know her properly.
Oh, it was like, so I would encourage anybody. Yeah, I honestly felt that was the best way. And who knows if in any other context we would have gotten to know each other in that way.
Yeah.
And then when she came back, there was definitely like probably a 1% like, oh, I wonder if in person we're going to be as good as we've been.
Yeah, you were worried about chemistry.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
as soon as we met, oh my gosh, she's the best.
It was on.
So good.
So you had to get sex married.
Then we got Muslim, Sunni married proper.
Yeah, and that takes me to one day I pick up my phone and where it was, and there's a picture of you and Naz looking stunning. And I'm like, what? But there was no words.
Yeah,
You
so-
just said
I only
the
sent
picture.
it like to like maybe 5 to 10 people.
And I said, well, when are you doing like the wedding where it's, like the white people can
Yeah,
come
yeah.
to? Like, come
I
on,
know,
mate.
I know. Well, that was just like we just did the mosque thing, and it was just like, well, it's just kind of like vows, and we thought, oh yeah, well, let's do.
You looked amazing.
A wedding
that photo
wedding.
was fucking awesome.
Thanks, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I forgot the guy's name. Indonesian guy running around with the camera.
I mean, wow.
So good.
I hope that's on his business card. I hope that's what his name
That's
is.
his name of his business. Indonesian guy running around with the camera.com.au. Anyway,
You did great work. So if you see him, if you see an Indonesian guy
Yeah.
running around holding a camera, that's
He's-
probably
yeah,
him.
His niche is mosques. But anyway, so we were going to do a wedding, like with the reception center. But, then just life got busy, COVID, and, now we've got a child.
And by the way, this guy moves quicker than anyone you've ever met in your life. Like, truly, if someone hasn't seen you since, say, 2018, you got divorced, you got married, you had a kid, you got a TV show, you got a book. Like, that's why you're here. That's why you're here. Your children's book.
Oh, yeah.
It got sent to me. The hilarious hyena, Harry,
Yep.
a.k.a. Haroon. And I'm glad...
Oh, you've actually read the thing.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I thought you just look at the blurb and be like,
No, I love you.
Hello,
I
riff
care
around
about
it.
you. haven't
Aw.
watched my National Press Club address, but that's okay. It's
no,
fine.
no. It's,
Nah,
you
it's
know
fine.
why? Because I actually, no.
Because you
seriously.
have ADHD and
No,
it's
'cause
too long?
I feel... I've
Because
seen
you
lots of-
can't focus for longer than 3 minutes?
Everyone, my sister's like, watch this. Nadine's like, watch this. I'm sure I was like, no, I've got to be, because it's about me now. I feel like this is real and I will be moved by it and I'll have to then change my wiring about.
No, I think you'll just love your friend a bit more and understand her a bit more. And then maybe by extension, understand yourself a bit more.
So yes, the first part I agree with, but the second part I'm a bit nervous about. So I'm just waiting to
Don't
sit
be.
down.
When
you
you
know,
do it, I'm putting it on
sit
you.
down. I'll do it
Tonight, today.
tonight. I'll do it tonight then.
Watch
I should have
it.
done, honestly, I was in my parents like, oh, yeah, I'll do it before the podcast. And here I am.
I knew you hadn't watched it because I knew that I would hear from you once you had.
No, I was, that's what, like, you saw me, I shared a couple of things where I was like, I've got to watch it first.
Yeah, no, I know. I just know. Like, you texting it and I'm like, he hasn't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Because I know you. And that's the thing people don't realise
But
about
everybody
you.
else around me that they've all watched it and they all are like, you should watch M's thing. And I'm so sorry. sorry.
Don't apologise, it's me.
Because we talked about it before you did.
Yeah,
I was like,
we
the
talked a
press
lot.
club, and then,
Yeah, it's a big deal, mate. Oh my God, when you walk up to give the speech, you pass all the old white guys on the wall, like Gough Whitlam,
Do you
Paul Keating, like all these people that you grow up going, wow, Julia Gillard's there,
my
like it's hectic.
gosh.
And then, yeah, you get up there and all the press club, and you meet the CEO, and like I called him sweaty balls so many times during the speech.
Did you really?
You've got to watch the speech.
I gotta watch the
It's
speech.
so inappropriate.
Oh.
Yeah, but
But
appropriate
did you,
in some way.
do you now walk down the street and go, I just did a national press club?
Yeah, I certainly feel like if I drop dead tomorrow, there's something. There's a legacy that
Yeah.
isn't just 12 dancing vaginas on the stage behind me at the Palais. You know, like
But that's a legacy.
great
too.
legacy,
Yeah.
but also
Because,
another one.
okay, I would like, because if I'm in your shoes right now, if I'm at the petrol station and some idiot just takes his time in front of me, I'll be like, I have just spoken at the National Press Club,
yeah.
you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
I have a gold card that they give you, and only people. I'll get it. Right.
What, are you joking?
I'm getting it.
What, gold card for what? The National Press Club?
Yes. Like.
Hello, M's listeners. I'm currently left alone in her studio. It actually smells all right in here. She's coming back, apparently. Should I do something? I don't know what to do. Okay, she's back. Oh, wow.
Right.
What?
That is.
You literally have...
Yeah, it's a gold.
What do you do with this?
I haven't talked about this.
You get a
Basically,
gold National Press Club of Australia gold card.
you can rock up to the press club anytime and get free booze and
oh,
food.
there's food and drink.
Yeah, but
You haven't signed it.
I'm not often in Canberra.
Whoa, this is so cool.
And only people who have given the addresses
Oh
have
man,
this
you
card.
gotta frame this after
Yeah.
it's expired.
Yeah, we are.
So it's the June 2023. How many more is it? Is it once a month?
Oh, does it expire?
Yeah, look.
I feel like this should be a lifetime thing.
Yeah, I think so too. That's but then
Do you reckon they'd knock me back if I went the day, like July 1?
oh my god,
Let's do it and
so
film
that's
it.
the prank.
Imagine if I turn up with this card, July 1, 2023.
Hi,
I'd like 25 beers
Put your thumb over the date.
and a gold. Well, when I was in Australian Idol, they gave us gold McDonald cards. And we,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we all used to scratch out the dates and hold it like this so we get free Maccas.
Oh, just you don't have it anymore.
Nah.
That's sick. Okay, well, if I go to Canberra for anything, I'm sure I don't think I need.
I feel like you could get a National Press Club address.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying, can I use your card
Yes.
and see what happens?
Yes, that's a good prank. See? In the end. Why are we talking about that?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about...
Oh, because it's awesome.
No, we were talking about
Oh,
the
that's
book. Yeah, because you hadn't watched my press club, but I have read your book.
Yeah, thank you.
So, hilarious Harry,
No, it's hilarious
hyena, Harry, a.k.a. Haroon.
That's the character. Yeah.
When I found out his name's Harry before I read it, I was like, why is he giving him a white name?
Yeah, but it kind of like he's from an ethnic.
But I like it.
Haroon. Yeah.
Haroon is there.
Haroon's there, and then.
Well, I'm
maybe in a
Amelia,
later-
but I'm M.
That's
we,
right.
We do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're Nazi.
In a later book, he will grapple with that.
Does he do the Osher Gunsberg, Andrew G?
Oh.
Does he have one of those?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that he's.
Make sure he wears a high tight choker with a pearl on it. Make sure you get Harry a choker.
Oh well. actually,
Nice
it's not
leather.
bad. He currently dresses like in hip hop clothes.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Harry wears a flat peak cap. And my husband was banned from wearing those because something happens to his brain when he puts them on and he just becomes the most insufferable fuckwit.
Starts walking with swag or something.
The flat peak cap.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something about them.
well-
Kids is fine. Middle-aged men?
Kids.
No.
No, middle-aged men. No, it's not. Like, well, your husband doesn't look like he'd suit them.
He doesn't, but he kept
Fedoras,
wearing it.
maybe. No, is that an insult? That sounded like an insult. Do you think? Oh no, a Cobra? No, that's even
Baseball
worse.
cap. Just a baseball cap.
Yeah, baseball cap.
He's got a
baseball cap.
strong, manly jaw, my
Yeah,
husband.
yeah.
He's
He's
built
like Chris Brown.
Yes. He's
Yeah.
got the same jaw. He looks great in a baseball cap. Flat peak cap, and it had no fear written across the front. Can you imagine? The girls and I used to try and hide it from him. We hated it.
He's married to you.
No
Why
fear.
do you let him out the door like that?
I'm not the boss in our family.
You gotta assert yourself.
Anyway, Harry wears
Yeah.
a flat peak cap.
He wears one.
And I'm reading this book.
nice.
You right? Bless you.
Glad we're in an airtight room.
Totally. I'll just get the fucking disinfectant. One moment.
Well, you gotta. Anyway, go.
Yeah. So I'm reading Harry. I'm like, this is fucking Nazeem's internal monologue. Also, is this autobiographical? Because I feel
Oh,
like
you got all that.
I feel like it's you.
It's basically me. So Harry's like, well, to give it a bit of context.
Please
like, He's
What age group is this for?
it's for 7 till 11.
And it's great. It's like a graphic novel, right?
It's a graphic novel.
It's
mostly
really good.
pictures, to be honest.
It's
Heath
really good.
Mackenzie
Yeah.
does some amazing stuff. So he basically lives in a big broke hyena family,
Mm.
and it's intergenerational. So he's like his dad's uncle is like basically the
I can
patriarch
hear your
kind of
voice
guy.
doing the old man's voice.
Shut
too.
up! Oh, look at this! But you can't get that across in the. So he speaks broken English.
Yeah, no, that got across. I loved it.
And then
yeah.
like his mum. So he's basically raised by a village, which is kind of very similar to how I was raised.
Mm.
Big kind of community family vibe. And they're all broke out, so they live in basically like an ethnic ghetto
Mm.
or an enclave. And he wants to live like a lion, which was kind of like us. We were broke as shit. Reduced trolley. Oh my God, today's cheap yogurt day. We used to know all the cheaps. I remember those ones, world's biggest breakfast at my music bowl. I don't know what the hell was going on, but you could go and get free breakfast, and we went and freaking stocked the car up with cereal.
But
and
your
shit.
mum is a fucking hero, Naz.
Sure, she's the best.
Like, she came here, she left.
Yeah, left Sri Lanka. in
Yeah,
the
left her
70s.
husband too, by the way. Which,
He left all of us.
Did he leave you?
Yeah. He basically, look, he's passed away, but he had his challenges with alcohol, violence.
And your dad was a man about town, right? Connected.
Man about town,
Yeah.
connected. But I think, and this is not to excuse, but I feel like what was behind a lot of those behaviours was like putting up with a lot of racism in Australia. He got beaten up by cops with telephone books at one point. You know how they used to do this so they could hide the
Jesus.
bruises? And then I guess what happens is that lateral violence. You take it out
Yeah.
on the weaker people around you, so their family.
But your
Anyway,
mum left a
then
marriage.
left.
And
then
so he went back to Sri
went back to
Lanka.
left us here.
And
My mum,
she was, mate,
debts and shit.
God.
Multiple jobs.
And look at you and your sister.
Yep, we're pretty messed up. No.
No. Your sister is way more impressive than you.
She's so impressive.
Like, she is. Wow.
Don't get her on this because
I'm going
she'll
to.
outshine the shit
You
out
are
of
the
me.
family shame, let's be honest.
There'll be a petition
After
to
you met the
delete this
Queen,
episode.
downhill. Your mum's eyes?
Even when I met the Queen. Oh.
No, but I get teary when I see pictures of your mum and I see, every time I see you or your sister doing well, I'm just like,
Aw.
fuck, she worked her ass off.
She worked her ass. And the thing is, like, probably similarly with your like, she doesn't know how to now stop and relax. All we want to do is treat her.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know. So if we buy her something nice, she's like, how much did this cost? And we're like, can you just please accept it? Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Go on a holiday. She doesn't know how to not
Yeah.
still live that life.
Yeah.
Which is, that's just, I guess that whole period wired her that way.
Oh, I love your mum. She
Yeah,
hustled,
yeah,
man.
she's-
Yeah, so Harry's
So
in
she's-
the... I see your family
Yeah.
dynamic within the hyenas.
It's,
Totally.
definitely the hyenas. And, kind of a bit like the Lion King too. Like in the Lion King, the hyenas are the bad people,
Yeah.
the bad characters, just because they want to eat. And they're like, oh, shut up, stay where you're supposed to be in the shadows and don't try to eat and live like us. And,
Oh, my God, I've never looked at it
it's
that
kind of
way.
just horrible, isn't it?
Shit.
These bloody privileged
I
lions.
love Mufasa.
I know, but he was a bit of a dick.
Oh, Scar was worse.
Scar was worse, but that's what happens. He's basically Osama bin Laden. He was like,
Wow, okay, take me...
it's really bad. No, sorry, actually, no.
Are you not going to go there?
He's not Osama bin Laden. People are like, I'm just going to buy his book, but then...
No, buy his book. Let's go back. Let's clean.
Queen.
The Segway harp cleans everything. It's fine.
Segue up.
Yeah, so how many books are you going to write?
Well, it's a 2-book deal at the moment. So if people buy these books, then maybe, maybe I'll...
It's really good, Bo.
Oh,
It's
is
good.
It?
Like-
Okay.
It's good.
You're saying this on mic. We'll talk honestly off
No, it's
mic.
fucking good.
Thank you very much.
I really like it.
I have no idea how to gauge. I'm waiting. I had two children have read it and said it was really funny. I really and I was like, okay, I guess that's honest.
I feel like it's written for adults though, as well.
Well, that's why
It's multi-layered.
I wrote it and then I go, so who's going to read this? What age? And they said 7 till 11. I was like, oh, great. Because I
No.
knew it was for kids. But
7 to 60.
Well,
Truly.
there's a guy who runs a Muslim Writers Festival and he sent an email saying, I really laughed a lot reading it. So I was like, oh, great. If parents are laughing.
I laughed.
thanks,
and that's
Em.
what I'm always looking for. It's why I like Bluey, because if I have to endure children's things,
Yeah.
I need to be able to find levels. Like with the Wiggles, it's fine because it's also incestuous and they all like have sex with each other
I
and
know,
get
I'm
married.
always thinking about the gossip.
So I'm always obsessed about the Wiggles. So that's fine. When I sit there, I'm looking for wedding rings and
Mm.
who's divorced and stuff. And Bluey's just great.
Blue is so good.
So
Oh, thanks.
No, your book's great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
No.
you've done well. Yeah. So go and buy that. That's the
Thank
first
you
thing we're
very
whoring. It's out now, right?
It's out October, 1st of October.
Oh, that's not far.
No, not far.
Okay, good. So get that hilarious hyena who loves a pun too,
Loves
doesn't
the pun,
he?
mate. He's puntastic.
The other thing that's out now you can watch Nazi on is Summer Love.
Oh, yeah. So that goes out on, it came out a week
It's
ago.
out,
It's on
yeah.
iView now.
Yeah.
First foray into acting.
You did well.
Oh, gosh. I'm not being humble, but I actually couldn't watch it without. I was like, Nadine, don't watch this bit. Look at my face. What am I doing with my face? The whole thing was just...
Oh, mate, I haven't watched my speech.
Yeah. Okay, well, yes. And then...
Absolutely not.
You'd be insane if you were someone that loved watching yourself back.
I don't know. I'm sure there are people who do that though. I mean, I could name 5. But I think...
That's comedians say you've got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to at least watch your stand-up back.
No, I think it's hard to be a good actor when you're as self-aware as you are. And also,
Well,
you're constantly surveying your surroundings all the time. Like, you're always on. You're always taking stuff in. You're always monitoring people's moods, tones. Like, just that's the way you wired.
But you know what? Which is why acting is so unnatural because you're basically, all I've been thinking the whole time is like, so you're pretending whether you're in love or you're sad or whatever. You're like, I'm pretending.
Yeah, you're fucking
to be
lying.
And they know
someone's
that
face.
I'm lying. Everybody
Yeah.
knows. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So getting lost in the moment is not something that you or I are particularly strong at.
No.
'Cause-
Yeah.
Which is why I like stand-up, because I do get lost in the moment on
Yeah,
stage when
yeah.
I'm telling a story.
Yeah.
But I watched you, and I did keep waiting for the tension breaker. There was none.
It was after the director said cut, and then I'd be like, kidding, or,
But you were jacked. That
yeah.
was fit time, though. That was when you were getting, like, text
Oh, I was-
messages competing against people on your bloody iPhone.
yeah.
I remember, like, there were people sending you messages
God,
when we were on
yeah.
walks.
Yeah.
And you'd be
Briggs
like,
mostly.
You'd be like, Briggs has worked
Briggs
out.
is bullshit. I don't know how he used to complete his 2 rings in a day. I don't know what the hell he did. I reckon he put it on a dog or something. He's such a bullshit
I
artist.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were, like, there was a
I got
shot of
obsessed
you.
and then I was just like, now I'm bored. But now I'm trying to be
Gee,
obsessed.
definitely
It's
don't have
hard.
ADHD. It's like, you definitely... Wow. I just can't believe anyone's accused you of that. So fucking rude. How dare anyone pathologise you that way? You got bored after your hyperfixation wore off? What? I won't have it.
God, yeah. So how do I kickstart that again?
What's your latest hyperfixation? You need a gimmick, right? So
a coffee machine.
I saw, when I saw you on Instagram this morning, I'm like, he's obsessed with coffee.
Oh my God. But like,
Ride the wave, baby.
from 2 days ago,
Yes.
it was really bad. Now it's like,
You're an expert.
I'm pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to roll around in it. In about 2 weeks, you're going to be bored and you're going to be, I bought the same thing. There's one sitting upstairs. I just go to the cafe down the road now. Smash quicker.
really?
Yeah. It's just, it's your hobby.
yeah.
Your hobby, like mine, is starting hobbies and mastering them, buying all the gadgets, getting excited, telling everyone, and then it's over.
So does your treatment stop you being so in and out?
No. It just makes it a bit more consistent. It's like a secret sex marriage to things.
Because I want to know,
That's
like,
what this episode's going to be called, by the way.
secret sex marriage to things. Nazeem, secret
But
sex
you
marriage.
do. You enter into those Muslim relationships that you described before. You enter into that type of relationship, a temporary marriage with something you're obsessed with. And it's like a marriage. And you can't control it and you never know, but when it hits, it's like falling in love. You'll be something and it'll catch your attention and you'll be like, oh my God, I need to know everything about that. And all of a sudden I become tunnel vision on it. And if you can learn to control it, it's over for everyone. They're they're in trouble when we learn how to harness this and choose what we hyperfixate on. But I love that yours is coffee at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. But that's so interesting. So you can control your focus.
If I'm better now at rewarding myself with time spent on hyperfocus after I do the boring shit.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So if I know I've got a bunch of emails to do, but I'm also working on a new hobby or something I'm writing or creating, I'll do 5 minutes of it and then I tear myself out of it. Medication allows me to. And then I do all the boring shit. And then I'm like, I know once I get this done, I can go back and I can try this and I get it done. It's just
sick.
It enables me because we lack executive function for stuff that isn't really interesting to us.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah,
But when you
okay.
watch my speech, your brain will be explained.
The speech, yeah, I'm going to watch that tonight.
Fucking aren't.
No, I
because
just-
you know what another
I was
thing
gonna
about
say,
us
Wallah,
is?
I am. I'm actually putting it down.
We
I'm
don't
putting
like
it
being
down.
told what to watch.
No, I don't like too much hype around things that are like, not so this sounds like it's going to be you. Well, it shows
ADHD.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Oh, bloody hell.
Like to figure things out for ourselves.
Ah.
Don't tell me. And also, when people tell me, oh, this is great, so good, it's going to watch, I automatically start to feel like this foggy force field of tiredness surrounds me about that particular project. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking... And then when everyone's shut up about it, I'll quietly watch it myself.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm its biggest fucking...
Oh,
Oh,
that's
my
me.
God, I watched it
Yeah,
right
yeah, Tiger King was so good.
6 months later.
Yeah, that was me. I couldn't watch
my
it
God, I'm
because
so
everyone was like,
shocked.
oh, no, I can't.
Shocked. That's you, is it?
Really?
Fuck, mate.
So now, okay, shit. So I'm not special. I just have ADHD.
Correct. No, I'm not pathologizing you. I don't
I-
know. Maybe you do. Maybe you
Seriously,
don't.
well, I think that chat that we had when basically you pathologized me,
Yeah.
I was probably starting to become obsessed with ADHD, and I've been reading a lot about it since. And
were.
it sings my song.
Yeah.
All that stuff is basically...
And once you actually, if you get diagnosed, you hyperfixate on learning all the hacks. Because
Right.
there's ADHD TikTok.
Yes, well,
There's
this
a
is what
whole
I've started to
community.
find I'm in
And
the algorithm.
It's amazing. And you
Yeah.
start learning ways to hack shit.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
And I think from all this information that I've been digesting, I have over the years, I guess, found strategies like, because I know that I only really work under extreme pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel satisfaction from crossing things off lists. I'm aware of when my attention is waning, like all that kind
Mm-hmm.
of stuff I have accidentally learned. But now knowing that people have basically compiled and can explain scientifically, yeah, it's really...
Well, that's why COVID was a struggle for me because my coping mechanisms, my house of cards, I've found ways to channel it all. That all just fucking went. And I was just on my back like a cockroach. Going, "Ugh."
Yeah.
That's the reason I got diagnosed because I, like you, have managed to, I piss everyone off, but I also managed to just create all this fucking shit, which I don't think I would have created if I had been diagnosed.
Yeah.
So I think I'm grateful for...
Well, that's actually probably also the book because before COVID, I had stuff to do. And then COVID happened, I was like,
Yeah.
and then I wrote this, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for being
Mate,
here.
thanks for having me. Do you want me to get out of here now?
No, I just can see that you're getting tired and your energy, your social battery's
Yeah.
dropping. You're like me.
Well, I've got a
We did
coffee
this.
next as well.
Like this.
So it just means I've wasted it all now. Or used it all, not wasted it.
What?
So now I'm basically... my energy...
What have you got next?
Oh, just a social coffee.
Oh.
Well, basically with my mum and sisters.
Oh, can you tell them I said
A bit
hello?
of a family
That's
catch-up.
no, you'll be fine because you don't have to be on for them.
Yeah.
But I can see that we did this,
Yeah, we did.
and now you just.
Oh, okay.
So this is when you end
Gosh,
it.
I'm transparent.
Ah, I love
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Go and buy Nazeem's book, Hilarious Hyena. Hilarious.
Hilarious. I don't know how to say it. Hey, we did this again.
Oh, we did.
We're back
So
up.
us. Go buy that. Make sure you watch him on Summer Love on iView. He's so beautiful, and he wrote the episode, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, can I tell you one other thing?
Please.
This is another shameless plug. Oh, it's a shameless. Is that? Yeah, it's the word.
Shamelessly plug.
I'm filming a stand-up show.
Oh, yes.
Which I'm going to put out on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I've never done anything like that before. So if people want to, follow me, so I can spam you with it later.
Mate, I'll tag you with
Thanks.
everyone.
Thank you very much.
Don't worry.
I know Emriciano has an army, and I'm wanting to appropriate it for
Wait.
55
Hang on.
minutes.
How many TikTok followers do you have?
Mate, how many?
Mate.
Mate.
How many TikTok followers?
How many vaginas on stage do I have?
Excuse me. Say how many, or I'm going to look it up.
I don't actually. Let me have a look.
Oh, wanker!
104.
You
No.
have 500,000, don't you?
So
You don't need my help, dickhead.
Sorry, nearly 600,000.
Can you promote my fucking podcast on your TikTok?
All I'm doing is posting old shit on there. So I don't know how to be a TikToker.
You have 600,000 followers on
To
TikTok.
this day, I have no idea if it's sold a ticket or a book.
How are you not an influencer?
Huh? Well,
Nazeem, not many Australian people have that many
make
followers.
me an influencer.
Christ!
Coach me, Em.
You need to fucking have me on your stuff and promote my shit.
Absolutely. Let's do a TikTok podcast next.
We've got to do the sex one first.
All right. Cool. No, Muslims.
Secret Muslim business?
Muslim sex
yeah,
life
great.
story.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I love you.
Love you too.
Continue being you.
Thank you very much.
Glorious.
Yoink. That's a gold card.
This is Emsolation.
As I was driving home, I realised I didn't say goodbye to you all and do an outro. So I'm just recording it into my phone. I'm so sorry. It's going to be an entirely different experience listening to my voice right now. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my chat with Nazeem. If this is your first time experiencing the Emsolation podcast, welcome. Go back and listen to some old eps. You can truly pick any one. They come out on Thursdays usually. Tuesdays have just started. They're my very special free time, where we just do whatever and have my friends in. Or maybe I talk about the things that kept me up late at night or the movies I'm watching. It's anything. And today it was Nazeem, which was truly extraordinary. Isn't he wonderful? I do realise how fast we were talking when we were listening back for the edit. Perhaps we should have slowed it. But we do have our own language and frequency, which I kind of love. But like I said, if you're new here, welcome. You are now officially an Emsolator, whether you like it or not. We come out on Thursdays, the big episode, and I do that with my best friend, screenwriter Mr. Michael Lucas. I think you'll enjoy it. My daughter joins in. If you're a regular Emsolator, you're rolling your eyes at me saying, yeah, I know. But we've got possibly some new guests in the House of Emsolation, and we must be on our best behaviour because they'll figure out very soon what goes on inside the walls of the House of Emsolation. Regardless, thank you for listening to this ep. Make sure you go and buy Nazeem's book, watch Nazeem's TV show, watch Nazeem's stand-up shows. He really is incredible and so prolific at the moment. You get it, girl. We'll hear you on Thursday. Bye for now.
Free Time Tuesday on Emsolation is a Spotify exclusive podcast hosted and produced by Em Rusciano. Recorded and edited at Down the Hill Studios by Ezekiel Fenn. A brand new episode of Emsolation with Em Rusciano drops every Thursday, 6 a.m, only on Spotify.